there, and welcome to a very special video. This is our very first baking tutorial. And today, we are going to be baking Betty Crocker Rainbow Chocolate Candy Cookie Mix. Except we're not going to be baking a mix, we're going to be baking cookies, okay? You have your usual chocolate chip, but this time it's going to be a little different because it's going to be rainbow, so it's going to be rainbow colored candies, and they have chocolate on the inside. It's wonderful, great choice for the first baking tutorial. Okay, so the first step that you want to do is you need to learn how to read, okay? So make sure that you get your Hooked on Phonics, make sure that you get your your Reading Rabbit, Reader Rabbit, and make sure that you get your educational material so that way you can learn how to read, okay? And for all you foreign language people, you might have to learn the language English. I heard it's kind of hard, but once you get past that step, it's a lot easier. Make sure that you learn how to read, and then you can take care of the rest and the best. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to preheat the oven. This one says heat it to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So for all of you non-Americans, that's something else in Celsius. But yes, preheat the oven. Your oven is probably going to look different than ours, but this is our oven. It's more like kind of an old school oven with the switches and stuff. So yeah, oven preheated. Let's open up the oven and check and see what it looks like. Oh, it looks very preheating process going on right now. Yes. Now, the next step that you want to do is very important for the hygienic process, and that is to make sure that you wash your hands, okay? Wash your hands very thoroughly. Make sure to use soap. Right here, I am using Lucky Super Soft Fresh Peach Liquid Soap, okay? This soap has worked for me before, and I assume that it's going to work for me again, and it's going to keep my hands clean. Make sure, you might not want to do what I just did and waste a bunch of water, because water should not be wasted. But yeah, now I like to sprinkle my hands so that way it prevents them from dripping, and then you dry off your hands with the hand dryer. Okay, make sure that you get them covered thoroughly, and boom, clean hands, clean as a whistle. I could lick them right now, but I'm not going to. So the next step is you gotta get a bowl, okay, and you gotta make sure that your bowl is large enough in order to fit the cookies, but small enough so that you can reach inside and be able to stir, okay? So, yeah, this is about the right size for the bowl, okay? And then the next step afterwards is to open the packaging. Okay, we are going to open it. We are going to open it. So, anyway, now, once you have opened the packaging, then you gotta pour it inside the bowl, okay? So you take the packaging, you get the mixture inside of the bowl. Very nice. Make sure not to miss anything. You don't want anything falling onto the table or on the floor. Yes, okay. And then the packaging is empty. You see, you look at the packaging, you can tell it's empty, okay? It's empty. Yes. Next, you want to get a stick of butter. This is sweet cream butter from Walmart, and it's unsalted, so no salt. We aren't salty here. Everybody is very unsalty, okay? And you also want to get something to put the butter into, because you're probably going to melt it a little bit to make it soften. I know it says don't melt it on the packaging, but you melt it. And yeah, you gotta open up the butter. Make sure that the butter is very opened from the packaging. Okay, it's it's gotta come out of the packaging. You know, it's gotta free itself and let itself be itself and not try to be anything else. You know, you gotta keep this butter very good, very open, make it feel comfortable. Okay, you're doing good, butter. Okay, okay. There you go. Okay. So now that the butter is out of the packaging, we place it into the Tupperware. Okay, and then we need to put it inside of the microwave for a little bit. I'm gonna give it 30 seconds, and once the 30 seconds is over, then we will take care of that. You see the butter, you see it rotating in the microwave, okay? This microwave is a Hamilton Beach microwave, okay? So it's just as good as the food that you might get on the beach if you're going to a vacation or something, or if you live near the beach and you stop by the beach on a weekend or something like that. Very good food there, I'm sure. Very tasty. And the microwave, if you stick something in there, it's going to feel like it's at the beach. Okay, so next, now that we have our softened butter, we are going to stick it okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, you got the butter, and it's now inside of the thing. You can roll it all around if you want. This doesn't really do anything. I just like to make it do this because they do this on the TV sometimes. You know, yeah, I like to watch Food Network, and they show, you know, people covering stuff and stuff. So yeah, I like to roll it around a little. It's good for the heart. Okay, so next on the list of things to do, it says to add an egg. So we are going to add an egg. This is a very delicate process. Okay, your choice of eggs is whatever. We're just using the eggs that we found around here. So yeah. We got them from Price Chopper. It's a supermarket store that's like similar to Walmart, but it's smaller and more localized. You probably don't have it in your area unless you do have it in your area. I don't know. We have it. So anyway, this is the egg. You take a look at the egg. Okay, you see that it's not cracked. Okay, not cracked anywhere whatsoever. Okay, it might have a little scratch, but that's not a crack. So you take the egg, okay, and you find a spot that's hard, like a corner. Okay, and then you do. Now this is a very you gotta be careful with this part, because if you screw up, you're gonna get egg all over the place. Okay, here we go. Whoa! See, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Oh. Ooh, I almost had egg all over the floor. I would have had to mop it up. Come on. You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Ooh. 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 So good. Yeah. That egg is in there. It's in there good. Okay. Throw away the eggshell, dispose of it. Do not eat the eggshell. That is a no-no. Don't eat the eggshell at all. And you might want to wash your hands again. Make sure to wash your hands again after touching the egg, because eggs are very sloppy, and your hands should not be sloppy when you are in the process of baking. Okay? Good. Cool. And then dry your hands. Dry your hands. So this is the result of what we've got so far. But next is a very important process towards making the cookies. You can't just have this stuff lying together and out comes cookies. No, you gotta take some sort of device, whether it be a spoon, a whisk, a fork, or one of those blendy thingies, the mixers. Yeah. But we're just gonna stick with a household object that pretty much everyone and their grandma and their grandma's grandma knows about. Okay, so the spoon, okay? And then the butter, yeah, I gotta worry about the butter. The butter, it's gotta be in parts, cause the butter, you know, if you like to soften the butter up a little more to avoid having to do this, then you can. But I was following the instructions that they gave me. So this is what I am doing, and now we are mixing. Okay, the mixing process takes a little while, so we're gonna cut to a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, today was for the business information. You'll be able to get the t-shirts. You've got t-shirts. I got t-shirts. I got t-shirts. I got t-shirts. I got also t-shirts. On the set. And we have press for more than one person. And definitely one for t-shirts. That's really real t-shirts. Also the best way to represent. And I just want to get the prices for all t-shirts here. This is a real price. This is
So, next up, once you finish with the stirring, you gotta make sure that everything's accounted for, that there is no dust underneath or anything like that. Okay, cool, yes, and then we will take care of the next step. Okay, so next you want to take something to put on top of a tray. You need to get a little tray thing, and then you get the parchment paper, non-stick, genuine Reynolds. That's what I have. You can probably use something else. I don't know. But parchment paper, very good, non-stick for your all of your non-sticky needs. Okay, and then you want to kind of measure it a little bit. Make sure it's long enough. That looks long enough. Flip it. Cool. Okay. So then set down the parchment paper. Okay, and then you let's move this forward. Let's move this forward. Okay. Anyway, so then you take the parchment paper and you place it on top of the thing. Okay. Cool. And then we're gonna do a little trimming because it's not even. So we're gonna make it even. Cut. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna do the other side over here. So you're gonna take the parchment paper and just, cut. Yeah. Next up, you want to take the scoop, the scooper, the spoon. Get two just in case. Okay. So you get one of these, a full scoop, and you apply the scoop onto the paper. You get the paper scoop, the scoop paper. And then you do it again. Try and keep them the same size so that way they cook evenly, because you don't want them to cook unevenly, or else they will look deformed and they will start to feel left out. Bless you. Okay. So you must let it sit in the oven for about 10 minutes. Does it go that way? Does it go sideways? It can't go sideways. Close this way. Okay, good. And now it will be nice and even and roasty. And we are going to make a second batch after the break. Okay, so we waited 10 minutes, and now it is time to take out the cookies. Okay, so you open the oven. You open the oven. Whoa, that is hot. That's why you don't stand right in front of the oven. That is very dangerous. So you wanna stand on the side and take out the cookies on the side. Oh, just look at that. Look at that display. Also, make sure that you use oven mitts or pot holders or something like that, because it's very dangerous to touch cookies, because they will get angry and they will try and bite you. Okay. Okay. And we are going to put in the second batch, which we made up. So the second batch will be cooked, and give it a little bit of a less time, so that way, because they are more spread out, there are less of them, and they will cook faster. Okay. So yeah, we got the first batch, and now we will let them cool off as this batch bakes. we will cut. So now we look at the second batch. The second batch. It looks done. It looks good. Doesn't it? It look tasty. It look fine. You see that? You see the heat? You see the waves? The heat waves? No, you probably don't. I don't see them either. But I feel it. I feel the heat. It's very hot. Trust me. It's very. It's like touching a radiator. It's just the right, nice amount of heat. It's like getting the fresh clothes out of the dryer, you know, and you just want to wear them because they're just so soft. They're just so nice. So we will let these cool up, and then the next step is to take these and you get them. You get a plate. Okay. Get a plate, and also don't forget to turn off the oven. Turn off the oven. That's a very okay. You don't want this. You want this. Okay. Off oven off. Okay. Ugh. 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 That's a bad plate. This we will use this plastic plate. Okay. Up here. We will use this plate right here. Okay. So you take that plate. Good. Nice. Okay. And then. This, okay, so then you're gonna take, just get off of that. And then you take this, okay, make sure that if they are touching, that you untouch them, and separate them, so that way you can place them on top of a plate. Yeah. Right now we have 8 cookies. 8 cookies for a plate. Yes, that's good. Yes. And there, you have cookies. We will put these on. But basically, these are your rainbow cookies. They are good, they are delish, they are wonderful. And yes, make sure to enjoy the cookies, okay? These cookies are wonderful. They are fantastic. They are beautiful. And I hope that you learned how to make rainbow cookies. Okay? Yes. Good. Awesome. Cat. Cat.
Sorry.